What's going on, everybody? Kennybomb is in the building, and earlier this week I told y'all this was going to be a very big week for Mortal Kombat 1. Part 1 is down, but what might be the biggest part has yet to come. On Friday, we will finally find out what's going on with Mortal Kombat 1 Year 2. But what can we expect? That's what we're here to talk about today. But first, I will be giving away 2 editions of Mortal Kombat Aftermath Year 2, whatever they're going to call it. So make sure you smash that subscribe button, especially if you don't want to miss any updates on Mortal Kombat 1. Now let's get into it.
Run, boy, they coming on.
So what can we expect to see revealed at San Diego Comic-Con? This thing is kind of being positioned as Mortal Kombat 1 Year 2's pop-out event, so do they give us everything up front, or do they keep some things in the tuck? That's what we don't know. But what we do know is Ed Boon will be there with some cinematic directors or supervisors, something like that. So he'll have cinematic people on the team with him. I think that pretty much confirms that we will at least get a trailer, maybe, or we will be finding something out about the story. So the first thing we have that I think is pretty much a given, we will see something from Mortal Kombat Year 2's story expansion. Now, what do we see? Do they give us a straight up trailer? And if we get that trailer, is Havoc really the final boss? Is this thing focused around Havoc? Because personally, I still don't see it. If they made Havoc a stronger character in Mortal Kombat 1 Part 1, I would be able to see it like if he was kind of like a big threat. Even if he was on the side of Shang Tsung and Quan Chi kind of doing it up as like one of the bosses that gave them a hard time, I would be able to see him as a final boss in the expansion, because it was like, you know what, they barely beat Havoc the first time. Now what are they going to do against a Titan Havoc? But I learned my lesson the first time. They straight up told us in the first Mortal Kombat 1 trailer that Shang Tsung was going to be the final boss, and we didn't believe him. We said, nah, come on, guys, it's going to be Onaga. And we got the game, and Shang Tsung, in fact, was the final boss. So this time, if they're telling us Havoc is the big bad guy, I think we better just take it on the chin and accept Havoc as the big bad guy. But if that is the case, we know by these tower endings that there is another bad guy looming, and that guy is Onaga. Big Dog has apparently been freed from his cave. So, do we see Onaga in this story expansion? Personally, I hope not. I hope we don't get to fight him. I hope we don't get any type of interaction unless it's at the end of the expansion and these guys, maybe Liu Kang goes face to face with Onaga and they lead us into Mortal Kombat 13 with that. Let's go. Biggest hype train we can ever get on. That's exactly what I want to see from this story expansion. Now, the story expansion is one thing. We'll know exactly where we're going once we get this trailer, but what can we expect when it comes to features? Let's take a look at the first thing we have on the board here. The traditional 1 versus 1 mode. Now, this is something I've seen a lot in the comment section, even up until today. Every time I make a video about Year 2, people are saying they want 1v1 to come back, and trust me, I want 1v1 to come back. But after playing and listening to some of the other people who are more knowledgeable on these things, they say these characters aren't built for one-on-one matches. So if one-on-one is coming back, I think they would have to kind of completely rework the way these characters operate, and that's the only way we could see it. But one thing we could see, and I think we saw like some clips or previews from people digging in the files, was like a tag team mode. If they wanted to move forward with the tag team mode, the tag team partner could work just like the cameos work. So that is a new mode that they could add to the game. Will we see it? I have no idea. I don't even know if it's in the plan, so we'll see what we get there. But 1v1, I think is an easy possibility because it does exist. We saw it in the first part of Mortal Kombat 1 story mode, so it's something they can do. And for people who want it, no matter what it is, if it makes the combo shorter, who cares? Combos were shorter in Mortal Kombat 11, and I love that game. So, hey, give us that 1v1 mode. We can make it work. Now, another thing I want to see added in Year 2, and this is something that was kind of teased in Year 1, but we never got it. I want to see new stages added to the game. Not just new stages, I want to see classic stages added. We see a lot of the classic skins come back all the time, and they do usually bring back classic stages, but Mortal Kombat 1 is kind of built off of the 3D era, right? We need to see some of these 3D era stages return too. The one I want to see return most is Yin Yang Island from Mortal Kombat Deception. I love the pit. I love the Deadpool, but Yin Yang Island is one of my favorite stages in Mortal Kombat history, and if they rebuilt this thing looking beautiful like the stages do in Mortal Kombat 1, this could be a huge win for everybody. New stages just bring new vibes, so if you want to repackage this thing and make it feel fresh again, I say throw in some new or returning stages and it will take you a long way. Just imagine being in the pit with Mortal Kombat 1's beautiful graphics with the moon glowing. Oh my goodness, y'all. Let's get to that. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. Next to returning stages, this one, y'all, is probably not going to happen. I don't think it's possible, but I want to see the crypt. I'm not going to ask for a conquest mode anymore, especially because Ed Boon expressed interest in making a Shaolin Monks type game. I think if they're going to kind of put their energy into something like a conquest, just put it all over there and give us a great Mortal Kombat. Open world, linear, however you want to do it. Just give me some type of adventure game in any Mortal Kombat universe, and I promise I'll never ask you for anything else again. But yes, I'm hoping they add the crypt to Mortal Kombat 1 because it looks like they canceled the shrine. As soon as they gave us the option to pull 10 things at a time, they canceled Christmas on it. So maybe there is something else in the background there. I don't know, y'all. I don't think it's likely, but there's a small possibility. We'll see. Now, what about new features when it comes to like in-game fighting? The first one I have here is stage fatalities. Now, if we're bringing back classic stages, come on. Those stages are pretty much built for stage fatalities, like the Deadpool, like the Pit. We got some stages in Mortal Kombat 1, like the Living Forest. They could turn that into a stage where we punch somebody in a tree and they get eaten. The Tarkok Colony, Shang Tsung's Lab, the Flesh Pits. You can add stage fatalities to any of those stages, not to mention, again, the classic new stages you could add back. So stage fatalities usually come back, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see them added back in Mortal Kombat 1 either. The next thing I have, got the animalities. I got the animalities. Now listen, in Mortal Kombat 9, Babalities came back in a great way. Beautiful, worked perfectly. In Mortal Kombat 10, Brutalities returned, but these weren't just ultra combos like they were in Mortal Kombat 3. They added a variety of ways to finish your opponent, and not only that, they added a surprise element to the fight, because you could just be getting hit with the combo and boom, brutality. You gotta love it. Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath saw the return of, I was going to say the strangest finisher in Mortal Kombat, but that's probably the Babality. But it's a really good one. I love the friendships, probably right underneath the fatalities. Loved them when they came back to Mortal Kombat 11 because I think everybody had a good one. So, what's left for Mortal Kombat 1? I think the only answer is the animality. Ed Boon said on one of the stages before Mortal Kombat 1 came out that they were interested in bringing back an ality they didn't bring back before. It's got to be the animality, y'all. It's got to be the animality. And if they show us an animality, I am going to go crazy. It's been a long time, and we've been waiting for these things for a long time. So if we finally get them, Lord help me. All right, now the last thing I think we will definitely see revealed is new characters. Now this is the thing people voted they wanted to see most, and I don't think they will disappoint. So who will these new characters be? There are some names floating around there, but me, I think everything is a work, so I don't think those names are right. They could be. I'm not saying they're 100% wrong. Maybe they're all right, but I'm still holding out hope because in this story expansion, whether they make it on the roster or not, I want to see Sonya find a place in this story somewhere. And I don't want to see her tied to Johnny Cage. Listen, Takeda's no longer Kenshi's son. Cassie Cage can come back and she doesn't have to be a combat kid. Maybe she's Johnny Cage's niece because she has more of Johnny Cage's personality. Maybe she's like his acting student, his protege. I don't know. You can still get Cassie Cage in there without her being Sonya's daughter. So I think we need to see Sonya back, and I want to see her doing something different. Not even the Special Forces stuff. Cancel Christmas on all that. But another thing, Sonya is underrated in Mortal Kombat 1. I think she looks really good. So if she is added to the main roster or in the story, I hope they use the same design because, again, I mean, you could make it more premium, of course, like everybody on the base roster, but I think she looks really good as she is. So we got Sonya Blade, but what other characters would I like to see revealed? I can't tell y'all in this video because I made another video about that. It's gonna pop up on this side. And if you wanna know what guest characters I wanna see, that video is gonna pop up on this side. So on Friday, I think we definitely see the story expansion. I'm hoping we either see 1 versus 1 or tag team. I wanna see new stages. The stage I wanna see most, Yin Yang Island. I'm praying we get a crypt. I'm praying somehow in year 2 we get a crypt. I want to see stage fatalities come back more than anything else. I want to see the crypt, but I also want to see the animalities and those characters I told y'all about earlier. But Friday, it's very close, and I'm pretty sure things are going to get even more exciting than they are right now. So let me know in the comment section what you guys are looking forward to seeing most. Don't forget to drop a like on this video and smash that subscribe button, especially if you don't want to miss any updates on Mortal Kombat 1. Bomb Squad, poof.